Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to tell you how exactly I made this drawing. And just so you know, I'm still a beginner in digital, no sorry, digital, this is not digital, this is watercolor. So I'm still a beginner, so I'm just trying to learn the best I can. So starting off with adding a water wash just through the whole design. So I want to add like a really nice layer of color, base color on the bottom before I start to add any more color on top of it. So I started with something like a very diluted orange and put it on the base as well as put it on the top. And eventually I'm gonna add colors on top of it. But I liked this. I think sometimes I do mess up a lot with colors, but even if I do mess up, I try to keep it as simple as possible, not to worry too much. I feel like I definitely do worry too much when I am painting, but you know, the sketchbook is mostly me failing to do things. I don't even have the courage to do like a full page painting yet. I feel so out of touch with the watercolor. And what happens is a lot of times I start watercolor, then I get busy, and then I stop it, and then I come back, and then I almost feel like I need to start doing a page which just to remind myself how to use watercolor, and then slowly add to it. And that's what I'm trying to do now. But I really like this cake. I found this cake image on Pinterest. There was actually a video of this chef baking this muffin, and I thought the spirals in the thing. Would you call it spirals or whirlies? I don't know, but it looked really interesting. And I think what caught my eye was the shine on top. And I recently got these white pens, which are really cheap actually, and I got them because I always have struggled finding white pens that I can put on top. And I have acrylic that I can use on top of watercolor, but the whole thing of it, acrylic, to clean it afterwards is just such a hassle that makes me not want to use it that much. But you know, I need to change my behavior and attitude of it over that, because I really like how acrylic looks when it finishes, but I just don't have the confidence to like put color on the page and hope it comes out good. But I think the only way I can figure out how to do that is by practicing more. So, well, now I am just adding more and more color to my top, and I I try to keep it really slow, not because I have a tendency of messing it up. And also, I've noticed that I'm not very good at sometimes the flow of color that through my brush. And I think a lot of times it's because I don't wipe my brush after I wash it, and the remnants of water just stay on it. So the water pools on my page, and then I have to wait a really long time. This time though, what I did differently was really wait a long time before adding more and more layers. And you might think that the day has not changed, but that's because I have a lamp on top of my desk, which really gives it a really nice look. But in general, what happens is I just I mess up too much. Too many times I messed up this whole thing. Another thing that I think I should have done before, if I finish this, was add a wash at the bottom, because I've been seeing a lot of people on YouTube and to follow tutorials on how to get better at watercolor, and they always say that you should do a wash on at the bottom, which is like a blue wash to add shadows, to add like a light blue color of shadows. Because if you go look outside the window when you have when where the sun is hitting, the hue is more warm, whereas where the sun is not hitting, the view is the hue of the whole thing is more on the bluish side. So I think that's a good way to add shadows, but I completely forgot. And also, in my reference, I feel like I didn't see it that well. So here I tried to just add some blue shadows to it, and I feel like, you know, what happened, because I didn't put it on below, it made it look a bit muddy. Which, you know, once I've added the white color on top, it kind of masked it. But I definitely could feel the muddiness come through when I put it over orange. Next time, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and put the blue before, and then see if that helps. But if you have any tips on how to get better at that, please do let me know. And finally, first I went through with the white watercolor, like thick layer of it, no water, nothing, and just plopped it on top. Then once I was really happy with this, I started using my pen to to sketch over it. And the pens are really pens I got are really cheap, so I had to go through it multiple times. But they did give me a good look, which I'm pretty happy with, to be honest. And maybe if you have a good recommendation or what kind of white pen I can use on my drawings, please do let me know. But yeah, these ones are a bit streaky. I think these are gel white pens, so maybe I should wait for them to dry before going over it again. Um, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. Oh, here also I also did some light white layers as well around it to give it that like a more diffused look. I don't know how much that helped. I think I went back and put the color back on top as well. But I think a lot of times whenever I think about drawing something, I think like me, I'll mess up, and not all the time I mess up. Sometimes I definitely do mess up, and so this is here where I'm using my white pen, and you can see I have to go back a fair few times. I did cut out some of the footage for here, but I actually did end up liking the look. Maybe I just need to wait, like do a few layers of it, and then I will be happy with it. Maybe let it dry. Maybe next one I'll try it out. Let me know what you think.